Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, and Chag Sameach. Happy Passover and Shabbat Shalom to everybody who's joining us and who will be joining us today. We are coming to you live. We are soul-centered, and we are so excited and honored to be in your homes today to help you experience we offer different types of experiences to help you center your soul. We are a virtual and also Denver-based center for loss, meaning, and healing. And so this morning we are going to invite you to the Shabbat experience. But since our world has turned upside down with the coronavirus, we are now offering many different types of experiences online virtually, so you can have many opportunities to center your soul. In some of those ways, Baruch is offering a meaning experience during the week. Different types of talks on how to find meaning in your life, especially during stress and anxiety. And I offer healing experiences, different types of yoga, healing opportunities, discussions on body, healing, and soul and emotions. So this morning we're going to invite you to really pray with us, to talk out loud, to speak out loud the words of your heart, and to sing and meditate and just really be in this full experience of Shabbat and Passover.
So the only thing I'll add is we just did Passover Seder, second night Seder, with my friend, Reverend Randy Caldwell. And it was a complete joy and honor to share that. And I think that's the opportunity of coronavirus. And that's how we transform this something that could be meaningless into something very deeply meaningful. And that's the opportunity of the virtual Shabbat experience. It's open to and welcoming of everybody from all faith traditions, and particularly applicable to our Christian brothers and sisters, to be able to share to you the Jewish tradition to strengthen your connection to your faith. And so whoever you are, wherever you're from, you are welcome here. If you want the words that we'll be using today, the soul sheet, it's on the Soul-Centered Facebook page or the Soul-Centered Facebook group. If you're watching on anything besides the Facebook group, join the Facebook group because we have lots of ongoing dialogue there. We're creating a conscious community. Again, radical hospitality is our mantra. We welcome you, whoever you are, wherever you are. We're going to begin the Shabbat experience.
So the first prayer or chant that we'll start is Shalom, really just the Hebrew word for hello, for goodbye, and ultimately for peace. So again, no matter what religion, no matter your belief, we can all use a little bit of shalom in our lives and spreading that out to the universe. So let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in. And just get comfortable wherever you are and just begin to open your heart as wide as the world as we chant shalom. 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 And as we continue in our service, our beginning of our service, I'll invite you to sing a song that is very universal. Some of it is in Hebrew, some of it is in English, but it's really about creating a sanctuary inside of our homes, a sanctuary inside of our community, inside of our world, and inside of our bodies. And then the words, Hine Matov, is an invitation to all brothers and sisters to join together in peace and in harmony and to imagine a perfect world. My son and I were talking yesterday, and we were joking around, and I wanted him to do something, and he said, "I won't do it until there's peace in the world." And he looked at me and he said, "That's never going to happen." And I looked at him and I said, "What makes you think that that will never happen?" Like, we have to have a vision, a higher vision of the greatest possible joy and peace in the whole world. And it starts right here in the center of your home.
And plus, right now, crime is down, war is down, right? There's all kinds of beautiful blessings that are coming out of this time of crisis.
Absolutely. So it's the second one on your sheet. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. In Hebrew, Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. In English, oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Shabbat Shalom to you, Eileen. Glad you could join us. Thank you. And thank you to everybody else. I can't fully see who's on. I see Amy's on, one of our devotees. Thank you for being such a supporter of what we're doing here. So we really, every week we take a theme of either the Torah portion or the calendar or something spiritual we need to go through. And we do that because we need structure. And that's where we turn to the Jewish tradition, and Shabbat is an opportunity to structure our spirituality. And we have lots of different structures. Ariel is a practitioner of yoga, as am I, which comes from the Hindu tradition. We're both practitioners of of meditation, and for me, I really draw heavily from the Buddhist tradition. These are different structures or vehicles, and really thinking about the structures that we use to harness our spirituality. And that's going to be the conversation a little bit later on. But we need structure. It isn't a bad thing. We live in a world right now that says spirituality good, religion, dogma, religious structure bad. And it's not the case. These things go hand in glove. And so we're going to be using these containers today to express our spirit. And so that's what we're doing now. Modeh is a prayer we say every morning. That's one of the first things you're supposed to say as a Jewish person when you wake up. And Modeh means todah, means thank you. And that's a structure. We teach our kids, say thank you. So we're just saying thank you. Modeh, modah.
Modeh ani lefanecha ruach chai v'kayam. Modeh ani lefanecha ruach chai v'kayam. Modeh ani lefanecha ruach chai v'kayam. Modeh ani lefanecha ruach chai v'kayam.
Thank you, Adonai, source of life, for another day of miracles and of life. Rabba emunatecha. Once you tap into this place of gratitude, you release energy, and that's Rabba emunatecha, deep, abundant faith.
Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, emunatecha. 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 Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, emunatecha.
So welcome, Shabbat Shalom to all of our friends, Jewish, Christian, secular, it doesn't matter. Susan, welcome. Pamela, Hagit, Heather, Amy, Eileen. We got a lot of holy sisters on this. It is open to men, but it tends to be the holy sisters that gravitate towards this.
Last week we had a lot of men in our soul experience. You never know.
Different directions, but
see what everybody needs.
I'll be the token male happily as we continue to celebrate. We talked a lot about it. The Passover Seder, the righteous women of the Exodus. So a lot to say about that.
Right, and so as we continue with our service, like we started with Rabba emunatecha, opening to the divine flow, and that is very feminine. The Shekhinah is the feminine presence of God, and so we all have feminine and masculine qualities. And so opening to your divine feminine just means, whether you're a male or a female or anything else, means that you're opening your heart, which is part of our conversation today as we discuss counting the Omer, which we'll get into, is opening to Chesed, and opening to that pure love and flow within you.
And they're both necessary. So the weekdays, from a Kabbalistic perspective, are masculine. It's outward doing, right? Creating. And Shabbat, the Sabbath, is feminine. It's receiving. And it's symbolized in the hand. I just did a teaching with a client on this. The backside of the hand is hard and it protects and it's masculine. And the soft side is open and it's receiving and it's feminine. And so when we make the blessing for the wine on the Sabbath, we do it with palm up as we're receiving, which is the message of today and Shabbat and Chesed, love and kindness, which we'll be talking about later.
Yeah. So as we continue into our next prayer, Elohai, this idea that God, my soul that you place within me is pure. Pure is she. And so again, bringing up this quality of this beautiful Shekhinah with beautiful divine wings, that the soul that you placed in me is pure, that our bodies go through all sorts of ups and downs. It's never the same. But one thing that is constant is this divine soul that God, the divine, placed inside of us. And so this is a new tune, so I invite you to join me as you learn it.
And my brother John just showed up, so
token male.
He says, Hineni, Hineni, here you are. Thank you for being here.
Hey ya, hey hey ya, hey 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 ya, hey ya, hey hey ya, hey hey ya, hey oh Elohai. Neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Hey Heyo Elohai. Heyo Elohai. Neshama Shenatata bi. Shenatata bi. Tehorai. Hey ya, hey hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Continue to take some deep breaths. This next chant, Leolam, is my favorite, so I brought it back into this last week, and maybe you remember it. If not, you'll just listen or feel free to join in. It's just a chant about living with integrity. One of my favorite words, integrity, misunderstood. Integrity isn't just telling the truth. It's living integral, a whole life where, as Brene Brown talks about, you're wholehearted, your insides, your outsides, you're all in. And so it's a chant about being all in. It goes like this. Le'olam yehe adam yirei shamayim beseteu galui umodeh al ha'emet v'dovemet bilvavo v'yajeh v'yoma. You can just go yeah. Ye'elam ye'adam ye'jamayim beseteu galui umodeh al ha'emet v'dovemet bilvavo v'yajeh v'yoma v'nazdam le'olam yehei adam yirei shamayim beseteu galui umodeh al ha'emet v'dovemet bilvavo v'yajeh v'yoma. Everything we do, it's either Hebrew or English, a little Aramaic, but it doesn't matter because you can always just turn it into a ya and a ya, or just words of your heart.
So as we continue, continue with Ashrei, just need some water. Just really bringing up this idea of happiness. Ashrei is all about happiness, but it's not the happiness that we imagine. It's not the external happiness. It's not the stuff of the world. I just read a really beautiful article on being careful about post-pandemic, and that our media and our world is going to try and get us to bring happiness from the inside out. When this is all over, it's going to really focus on the external happiness, the stuff of the world that money can buy. And so Ashrei is about a deep prayer that no matter what is going on outside of us, we feel our emotions of the world, but we conjure up this deep inner joy for the fact that we are alive and breathing.
And so we sit, Ashrei Yoshvei V'techa. We sit in our homes. It's like the ultimate quarantine song, right? Can you sit in your home and be happy? And if you can sit in your home and be happy with 4 kids and 2 cats and 2 dogs, The cats and the dogs are hers. And you can find happiness in that space of sitting. You can find happiness anywhere you go, everywhere you go.
Ashrei
Ashrei
Yoshvei Betecha Oria Hallelujah Oria Hallelujah Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha Oria Hallelujah Oria Hallelujah Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha Oria Hallelujah Oria Hallelujah Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha Oria Hallelujah Oria Hallelujah Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha Oria Hallelujah Oria Hallelujah Ashrei Yoshvei Betecha Oria Hallelujah Oria Hallelujah. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out as we begin to open up to chesed, to loving kindness, to this idea of spreading our love throughout the world, spreading our world with love, starting from the inside and traveling to the outside, to our world, to our entire being, our entire universe. So we'll continue with Olam Chesed, really holding Olam, meaning world, Chesed, loving kindness, holding the world in our hands for a moment and just really focusing our kavanah, our intention on spreading our love to the entire being, entire world, the entire universe.
Sheets are on the Soul Centered Facebook page or the Facebook group if you just joined us.
Olam Chesed Ibaneh Yedidai dai 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 Olam Chesed Ibaneh Yedidai dai 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 Olam Chesed Ibaneh Yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai. Olam Chesed Ibaneh. Yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai. I will build this world from love. Yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai. And you must build this world from love. Yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai. Then God will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yivaneh. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yivaneh. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. Taking a deep breath in and just giving full credit to Rabbi Menachem Creditor, who sang this song and created this song. Just a beautiful, beautiful, holy song with holy words.
Shout out to Menachem. He and I were in rabbinical school together. Thank you.
And so we continue in our service with Nishmat Kol Chai, beautiful words and melodies by Joey Weisberg. Just really focusing on the fact and this idea that every soul, every being shall bless God's name. And so that is different for every one of us. We all have different beliefs, different faiths, different ideas of what the divine is or what the divine isn't. And so we just take in a moment to recognize the differences in all of us, and also that no matter how we get there, no matter the path, that our soul is one, and we get through different words, through different actions, but that we honor and bless the divine within each of us. So taking a deep breath in, and if you don't know the tune, just all it is mostly yadadai, yadadai, yadadai. So breathing in and using your divine voice to bring out your soul. Yadadai, dai, dai, dai. Yadadai, dai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yadadai, dai, dai, dai. Yadadai, dai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, yai, dai. Yadadai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai. Yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, 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 dai, yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, yai, dai, yai, dai, dai, dai. Nishmat Kol Chai, Tivarech et Shimcha, Hashem, Hashem, Eloheinu. Nishmat Kol Chai, Tivarech et Shimcha, Hashem, Hashem, Eloheinu. Yididai, dai, dai, yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, 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 yai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, nai, 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 yai, dai, dai, yai, yai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, yai, dai, dai, dai.
So our theme today, as we continue our journey in Shabbat, is structure, which is called keva in Kabbalah, and spirit or feeling or motion, which is called kavanah, intention. And so really finding a balance between these. We use the structure of Shabbat, the Sabbath, and also the Shabbat prayer structure to take us on a journey. And so right now we've gone through the Birkot Shachar, the morning gratitude blessings, through the Psuke de Zimra, the mindfulness meditation component, and now we go into the Shachri, which is the awakening to morning and to life. And so with that, we'll continue with Am I Awake? Again, your soul sheets can be downloaded on the Facebook page or the Facebook group if you're interested.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayers? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yana-nai-nai-nai, 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 yana-nai-nai-nai.
So we continue to listen, which is what this is all about. The Sabbath is an opportunity for us to stop doing and to start listening, and we traditionally recite this one line. It's called the Shema, as an opportunity to listen. We just take one breath per word. Traditionally, we cover our eyes to shut out the distractions. You're welcome to join us. One breath per word. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu
As we head into the Amidah, so it's often a silent prayer. Today we'll go into a guided visualizations for the Amidah. The Amidah is really to tune out the noise and the external inside of our lives and to really daven and pray with your, there's fixed prayer, but we're going to invite you to pray today with your whole heart. And whatever comes out of your heart is what is true for you. This beautiful thing about our Seder with Reverend Randy Caldwell was that it was so beautiful in his tradition how he just preached from his heart. There was no fixed prayer about it, right? It was just this, dear holy God, Join us in this beautiful night. Please, please heal us, and please help us feel every single piece of what we're feeling, every emotion, everything that we're feeling here is allowed to be here. And so I believe we need more of that in Judaism, is to just open our hearts and say what's inside of us. That is prayer. There's nothing fixed about that. So I'm going to invite you, as we head into this beginning prayer, to open our mouths so we may speak our hearts, to just let it come open and flow through you. Take a deep breath in first. Let's let our breath come through our body first. Just really opening to our breath here, our holy breath. Yananai Adonai. Yananai Safai Tiftach. Yananai Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Just your yadadais. Yananai Adonai. Yananai Satayv Tiftach. Yananai Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Yananai Adonai. Yananai Satayv Tiftach. Yananai Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. And so I invite you to either sit silently or allow yourself to be guided into this short visualization for healing, hope, and divine prayer. And so as we focus our kavanah intention today on chesed, on opening to our true hearts, I invite you, as you take a deep breath in, to make your heart and open your heart as wide as the world. And so taking a deep breath and just imagining maybe opening your hands and opening your palms and your heart just big and wide. And allow your front body to drop its armor and all the ways in which we hide from ourselves, from our souls, from God, from each other. And then open your back body and watch this suit of armor drop to the ground. As you open your heart again, the front heart, the back heart, and all around, as wide and open as the entire world. And there's a beautiful Buddhist meditation that starts with, as your heart is opening, may I be peaceful. May I be happy. And may I be free. And then taking a deep breath and allowing these words to come from your heart to those that you love. May I be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you be happy. And may you be free. And then allowing these words, this action that you're taking with your words, to travel to those that you love in a greater capacity, those that you may not know, but that you have deep respect for. May you be peaceful. May you be happy, and may you be free. And then traveling to those that you have a hard time with, perhaps those in your family that you struggle with under your own roof and beyond, those that are in your world, those that you read about, those that you struggle with from far away. May all beings be happy, be peaceful, and be free. And then taking another deep, long, open-hearted breath full of prayer, full of love. And may all beings in the entire world be happy, be peaceful, and be free. And then maybe just opening your palms even wider and create your own personal prayer from the heart, right here and right now. And as we create our own personal prayer, you can continue just letting the words arise from your heart and out of your mouth as we create more speech and allow that action to go into the world. We sing Ose Shalom, bringing even more peace out. Ose Shalom Bimromav, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Amen. So we're going to just have a discussion. We always have a discussion somewhere in the middle of the experience. I like calling it experience more than a service, because a service kind of sounds like it's frontal and we talk at you, and the experience is supposed to be something you engage in. Now we have limited ability because of obviously social distancing, but we do have opportunity. You can text, it's a little delayed, so forgive me if I don't get to it in time. But you can text your thoughts, your questions, your reflections, and we'll just continue the conversation. Before we do, I always start with a heart opening, from the Hasidic, the Kabbalistic, the mystical tradition of always kind of singing a very simple song before we study words of Torah. It goes like this. It's on your sheet. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho again. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, call and response. Mother, Father sky, heat of fire, drop of water, I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul. Adama, Vishamayim, Chom ha'esh, Slil hamayim, אני מרגיש זאת בגופים, ברוחים, בנשמתי. The words weren't on there. Mother Earth, Father Sky, heat of fire, drop of water, I can feel it in my body, in my spirit, in my soul. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 last time. Hey ya, 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 ho. ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Hey ya, ho.
Hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Oh. For the record, I have a hard time praying. I just don't really resonate with traditional Jewish prayer. Never really have. I go through the motions because it's important to have structure. That's part of the conversation. And to do something, up to a point, even if you don't fully feel it or understand it. But then also finding my own spirit, my own way. That to me is my way. It's a very kind of primal chanting, feels almost more Native American than it does Jewish. But that's the conversation I think we want to have today is structure, called keva in Jewish mysticism, and kavanah, spirit. And we live in a world, as I mentioned earlier, that really right now seems to revere spirit. And I hear it all the time, and people saying I'm spiritual, not religious. And I get that because I resonate with it. I think we both do.
Very much.
If what we mean is I need spirit, not just structure. But the challenge is oftentimes when I hear people saying it, it's kind of an opting out, right? I don't want to do the religious thing. I don't want to do the structured thing. So then fine, I get it. So I say in the next question, well, what do you do that's spiritual? And I sometimes get this puzzled look like, what do you mean what I do? I am spiritual. And I, on the one hand, understand that we are spirits having a physical experience. On the other hand, what if I came home to Ariella and said on our anniversary, or I love you? And she says, thank you so much. What are we doing for anniversary? I'm like, what do you mean, what are we doing for anniversary? I love you. And
That's what we always do.
But our daughter's birthday today, right? Right? Today's Maya's birthday, happy birthday. So what did you get me? Nothing. I just love you. Actually, didn't get her much.
True.
But I'm taking her driving because she's 15.
Yeah.
So, she wants to know, what are you doing? How are you packaging that? What's the structure that you're delivering the spiritual? And we all need the structure to deliver the spiritual, the feeling. And so that's the tension, and that's this week's Torah portion. This week's Torah portion, Tzav, is all about structure. And this is the part in the Torah in the Bible where Jews start tuning out, from about here to the end of the book of Leviticus. And I get it. Detail, structure, the form, the dogma. And if we lose ourselves in the dogma, and it just becomes dogma and structure for structure's sake, it becomes an empty vessel. But if we don't have that structure, it just becomes this ethereal feeling that nobody can do anything with.
Right.
And so I guess you want to talk about a little bit about, that's where we are in the journey of Passover to Shavuot, from the holiday of Passover to what our Christian friends call the Pentecost in 7 weeks.
So from this day forward for 49 days until we receive the Torah on Shavuot, we do something called counting the Omer. And it's really... the spiritual aspect of it is creating a structure going from Pesach to Shavuot, so we are free, right? So we have these two seders, and we are free. We are not slaves anymore. We are not slaves to our fear, our anxiety, our Mitzrayim inside. But really, is that true? Can you just do the work of Pesach and be done? So the structure tells us, the religious structure tells us that no, that's actually not true. We are always on a spiritual path. And so counting the Omer is a way where you take every single day, and there is a prayer and an attribute focusing on different, in Hebrew, it's musar, it's almost like self-help. So focusing on different attributes of our personalities and ourselves and our bodies to really continue the journey from Pesach all the way to Shavuot. When we actually feel, it takes like something like
7 weeks.
7 weeks, but it takes a long amount of time to actually make a change.
3 weeks to make a habit, 1 week to break the habit.
Thank you. So that period of time is your opportunity to really make changes. What we do is we focus on the Sefirot. The Sefirot in the body, if you know about chakras, there's energy centers in the body. In Judaism, there's this beautiful idea that there's this Kabbalistic tree of life within us. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but if you tap in, you can feel the energy of it. And so the first week, which starts now, the first week is all about chesed.
Before we go to chesed, because I think it's important, that's the spirit of it. The Omer is the offering that was brought to the temple during these weeks of leading up from Passover to Shavuot, or as Christians call it, Pentecost. So these 7 weeks, they would bring offerings, and it was a structure, it was a ritual, it was a practice. And so that's where it comes from. And we need that structure, we need that practice. Again, back to spiritual, not religious. I look at Buddhism as a teacher, and the great Buddhist teachers, all of them say, you think that spirituality just happens, right? Here's a great teaching. Teacher Danyan Katigri Roshi was once asked by his students about the beautiful faith and warmth he radiated. This is what we want to learn from you. How do we learn that? The master answered, when people see me today, they don't see the years I spent just being with my teacher. He described how he practiced year after year, living simply, hearing the same teachings over and over, sitting every morning, no matter what, doing the rituals of the temple, and all of the doing that he went through to get to this place of Buddhist kind of radiation of warmth and bliss. And so, we want to talk now about kind of that warmth and that bliss, but it comes from oftentimes a rigid, structured practice, and that's what the Omer is the rigid, structured practice to get to radiance and warmth.
And I want to take one step further and say that I love this idea of counting. It is the structure, and it's the counting of your attributes and the things that it's making present. It's taking the action to really focus on what we want to change and open up to our wholeness. Alan Morinis, in his book Everyday Wholeness, talks about this idea that Sephirah, the word, has several meanings. Sephirah means both mispar, number, the counting, and sipor, telling a story. So it also, sapir is like a beautiful crystal, a sapphire. So what he says is counting the Sephirah, counting every day of the Omer, illuminates the different aspects of our emotional lives. The days of the Sephirah tells us the story of our souls. So it's a structure that allows us to tell the story of who we are, the story of our souls.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And so we need this, both the structure and the narrative. I mean, that's why the Bible is still with us after thousands of years, because it's a structure and yet it's a story. And so you go back and forth, and that's really what the counting of the Omer is. This work from Passover to Pentecost, from Passover to Shavuot, and filling the structure with the story, which is what we're doing this week, the quality of chesed, of love and kindness, focusing on that. And every week we'll be coming back with a different quality, a different attribute.
Right. So just briefly, chesed is about loving kindness, but it's not about being nice. I mean, it's nice to be nice, but it's not about being nice.
Well, loving kindness sometimes might not be nice.
Exactly. So if we look at different attributes of chesed, there's different ways to be kind. Sometimes it's making boundaries, and that's kindness. But ultimately, chesed is about taking action. So it's not just thinking good thoughts and positive and loving thoughts. What do you do with your chesed? There's an idea that the ultimate act of giving is to give without wanting or an expectation of receiving. And the highest form, Alan Morinis talks about this, the highest form of giving chesed is to bury our dead. It's the ultimate act of respect and love. When you know that you're getting absolutely nothing in return, you honor that person and the soul that they were in true love and kindness. And I think about that as I just officiated actually at my grandmother's funeral, that I really had the kavanah, the intention of pouring out all my love for who she was by giving her a beautiful, beautiful, heart-opening funeral to honor who she was as a body on this earth.
And, it's as much for you as it is for her. It's for her ultimately, but it turns you into the type of person that can give freely. And Viktor Frankl, my teacher, calls that self-transcendence. And that's where we meet the divine. Call it God, call it, conscience, whatever you want to call it. But when we tap into that place of going beyond ourselves, right? That's our highest self, which is kind of this Zen koan, right? To truly get to yourself, you have to go beyond yourself. And so this is what chesed is this opportunity of going beyond yourself to get to yourself.
Right.
And so we continue on this journey throughout Passover 7 weeks, exploring different spiritual qualities in a container of these ideas and these practices. And so maybe the practice for this week is to really think about, how do we manifest chesed? How do we pour out loving kindness in structured, practical, measurable ways?
Absolutely. Amen.
And so with that, we will sort of conclude our experience, and we never do without self-transcendence. I think of the first kind of half of the Shabbat journey is being about getting to ourselves, returning to ourselves, and then the second half is getting beyond ourselves. And I think Torah, the study in the middle, is kind of this pivot. And so now we pivot to self-transcendence, and it's about healing, sending healing to others, to ourselves, but to others, and then remembering those who came before us. So with that, we'll just do a new chant around healing. Anna Elna is a beautiful prayer about healing. Hi, Amy. Hi, Wendy. You just joined us.
So as I sing this song about healing and Anna Elna, I invite you to, you're welcome to write the names of anyone that are in your thoughts and prayers today, anyone that you know personally or that you know of, that you've heard of, that is ill, specifically with the coronavirus. But of course, we know that life is still happening around the coronavirus. So just putting in those prayers for the people that you want to bring up and bring into your heart. So this is a beautiful song by Shir Yaakov. Healer of the brokenhearted, binder of their wounds, counter of uncountable stars, you know where they are. Healer of the brokenhearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars, you know who we are. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Ana elna refana la. Ana elna refana la.
Sending our love and our prayers out to anybody, to everybody who needs those love and those prayers. And so we never end without remembering those who came before us, paying tribute to them. Beautiful, really, prayer called Kaddish. I've done a thing called Creative Kaddish. You can download it on my website. I'm going to be doing it with survivors of loss due to suicide. But it's for anybody based on this Kaddish. And it's creating your own prayer. Kaddish is beautiful because it doesn't talk about death, even though we recite it at the time of death and beyond. It's what I call light, life, love, and legacy. And so when we chant this prayer, we aren't focusing on the death, we're focusing on the light of our loved one, not the darkest, and the life, again, not the death, and the love, and the legacy that they leave behind, and that we continue, and we are their legacy. And so we chant this prayer as a reminder of all of those things.
Yikra ve'yikadash Shemei Rabbah, Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'me'amaya. Yikra ve'yikadash Shemei Rabbah, Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'me'amaya. May the one within and above of infinite light, guide us in our life. May the one within and above bless us with your love. May the source of infinite light guide us in our life. Shalom, 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 shalom. And so we end our service with a simple chant, a simple prayer, that love is all there is, that when everything is stripped away and we have only our essence, our soul, that love really is all there is. And so I invite you to join us, just yai-da-dai, just one word, just an open-hearted prayer with love. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Love, love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love, love is all there is. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. Yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. 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 Yai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Yai-dai-dai-dai-dai.
So that's all there is. Love is all there is. With that, actually, it's not all there is. Ariela's going to be doing yoga.
Yes.
So we're going to switch around here. So we'll go off air. We'll be right back on air with your yoga mats and with Ariela.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Namaste.
Salam. Peace.
Chag Sameach.